Me helping Deirdre.
Linda Keys is raising her 3 children where she grew up in Baltimore's Druid Heights.
That's me, my husband.
She says drugs, violence, and crime have always been a part of life in West Baltimore.
You really used to see shootouts, like literally, we really would have to be careful because I was caught up in a shootout before. Deirdre, come over this way.
Linda rarely lets her children out of sight when they are outdoors. She hopes one day she can afford to move her family to a safer neighborhood.
I just want to change environments for my children, whereas though they don't have to go outside every day and see people maybe standing on the corner or just see people out there with drinks in their hand.
Her neighborhood, scarred with vacant housing, had a better past. It was once a thriving African-American middle-class community. Bronwyn Maiden is a social worker who grew up in West Baltimore.
That is a community where civil rights leaders were born. They went to school there. It's a neighborhood where many jazz greats, Billie Holiday, lived there, performed there.
News of the assassination of civil rights leader Martin Luther King in April of 1968 led to an eruption of violence in Baltimore and in other American cities. Riots broke out along Baltimore's Pennsylvania Avenue, near where the recent disturbances took place.
After that riot, it became a scar in the city, right down the middle of West Baltimore.
From 1950 to 1995, the city lost 100,000 manufacturing jobs, 30,000 alone from Bethlehem Steel, once the largest steel plant in the country. More than 200,000 people left the city. Maiden says the loss of jobs and people crippled the West Baltimore neighborhood.
You could buy a house if you worked at Beth Steel. Now, however, you have to have a college degree or even higher than a college, a graduate degree, if you're going to work in some of the top jobs places in Baltimore.
Maiden describes those who took part in the recent violence as children crying out for a better life.
They have been living in these housing projects and these homes with parents, some of whom are substance abusers, some of whom are in prison. And so out of all of that, you see the anger and the frustration, and they're asking us and demanding of us to help come up with some solutions.
Part of the solution, says Linda Keys, is parenting a generation of children with core values.
That's why I say it's not where you live, it's how you live. And I'm teaching my kids to not be like that. Go the other route. We're not going down this road.
Jeff Swicord, VOA News, Baltimore.